Okay, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. First off, when are you guys gonna be back in town? Playing live.
God. To play in New York, I think we might be playing New York at the end of May.
Uh-huh.
I think. Well, it's in June. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's around there.
Do you have any idea where it might be this time?
We might play the Ridge.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be 2 nights at the Ridge.
Okay. What was it like working with Eddie Kramer on the last album?
Well, working with Eddie Kramer was okay. It had its ups and downs. We had arguments here and there. Little tiny arguments. But overall it was okay because we respected him because the work he did with old Kiss and stuff like that.
Right.
So we're really looking forward to
Well, did he what I'm curious, did he was he able to relate to your sound, being that it's so much more progressive than what he was used to? Was he able to understand what you were trying to do?
Yeah, because this type of music is really probably I don't know, to him is really different, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like a real fast metal, So I'm sure he had to adjust to it, but he did okay, Plus he didn't touch the songs or nothing.
Uh-huh.
Because we didn't want no one to do that. Eddie, helped us get our sounds together. It was okay. It all worked out okay.
Well, the production on the album sounds great, so
Well,
that's good.
I wish the drums were a little louder. That's the only thing I have to say. But it's okay. People like it.
Uh-huh. Do you I'm sure that's what everybody says, but do you consider yourself a speed metal band?
To a certain, I guess we don't really consider ourselves a speed metal band, but people have to consider us a speed metal band because if they just called us a heavy metal band, we would be stuck in between Judas Priest and Bon Jovi. You know what I mean? But we're nothing like that, so of course we have to be labeled a speed metal band. We don't care.
Right. One thing I thought that's interesting. Do you see yourself there's a certain kind of heavy metal band nowadays that the lyrics are turning more towards I don't know, they're more intelligent lyrics, if you know what I mean, sort of like Metallica and Megadeth and you guys. And I was wondering if you thought that was a definite trend in metal, towards more.
For us, we just like to speak about everyday life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have songs, that deal with from books, because a lot of guys in the band, like Scott, he's a Stephen King fan.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that later. Yeah.
You're a real big Stephen King fan, and the idea I had for the album cover was a story he read. It was weird because I'm not too high on Stephen King. I think he's a really good writer, but I don't really read too much of his stuff. I read maybe 1 or 2 books of his.
Uh-huh.
And one of them wasn't the one that I was thinking of. But the way the album cover came about, he said, wow, that's amazing because there's a story that he did, about a guy called Randall Flagg.
That's the Stand, yeah.
Stan. And for some reason, it just linked together. It was really eerie on that, on that part. But we also like to write about, there's a song on the last album called The Enemy. That's about when Hitler, when he was had what to do with the Germans,
Right.
And that song really said something, and yet there's a song called Caught in a Mosh, which is just about being caught in something that you're not really happy about,
Mm.
But see, for lyrics, you got to really talk to Scott about the lyrics. I just come up with the titles. He writes the lyrics.
Okay. What about I don't know, when I hear you guys' music, I hear a lot of, influence, too, from, hardcore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Does that, is that also, do you think that's something that comes in, into play there? You have an influence of that, too?
Oh yeah, definitely. That goes back to, 1976, when the Sex Pistols came out. Because that's the stuff I was into. shit like that. I never got into the look, but yet the music, like...
The aggressiveness, I guess, right?
Excuse me?
The aggressiveness, you mean?
Oh, definitely. I mean, the Sex Pistols were, like, amazing when they first started. It's just...
Well, I loved you guys' cover of God Save the Queen. It's great.
Oh, yeah, we had to do that. Does it? People like that song. It's such an amazing song.
I know, but that probably goes over really well, like, over in England, too, I would imagine.
Oh, God. It's amazing over there. But, like, let's face it, the Sex Pistols really changed a lot, a lot of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, do you think, though, that, like, that's something, like, in metal today where, I don't know, the influence of hardcore and the crossbreeding between the two styles sort of made it more fresher?
I can't understand the question. It's really hard to hear.
What I meant was, do you think that the influence of hardcore in today's metal is making it more, it's a kind of thing where it becomes, I don't know, fresher or more, like you put new life into metal, you think?
Yeah, because a lot of kids who are into heavy metal have no idea what hardcore is, if you know what I mean.
Right.
So they think that we're like a hardcore band, you know what I mean? But actually we're not. I mean, we have some hardcore influences, and it comes out in the music, but we're not a hardcore band. We're more, a metal band than anything.
Right.
So they're getting a taste of it because we like the speed of it, and yet we have the attitude of that,
And at the same time, you'd appeal to hardcore fans, too, who are more, into
Exactly. Because the hardcore people don't really know the metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's happening is that you're getting, your audiences are mixed. You're getting the hardcore kids getting into the metal stuff, and you see these kids growing their hair. And yet you see the metal kids cutting their hair. Weird.
Yeah. So what about your major success in Japan? Like, how did that come about?
Japan was amazing. We felt like we were like the Beatles or something. It was amazing. Go back there. I want to live there. It ruled.
Do you have any idea why they've just like totally fallen to Anthrax?
Excuse me?
Do you have any idea why they've totally like fallen for Anthrax over there?
It's just something new. It's the newest thing, I guess, and bands like us and Metallica got the chance to play there because these kids are really starved for like a new type of metal over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure they're bored with like Deep Purple reunion. And
Yeah. Kids are into something new, man. Deep Purple is all good and everything, but
I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. But plus they like Scott's eyebrows over there, so.
Yeah. So what about the B-side, I'm the Man? Like, how does rap come into this? Like, what got you guys the idea,
We've been like closet rap fans, but no one, we wouldn't say it out loud. They probably come down real hard on us, but it was just a funny thing to do. It was like very tongue-in-cheek, and people understood it, I guess. We put it on the B-side because A, we don't want to put another song from the album on the B-side. We feel that if a kid's going to buy the 12-inch, he should get something different on the other side.
Right.
So that was the best thing to do. It was funny. We had it. It's me, Frankie, and Scott doing the rapping on it, and it's fun. And then we did another thing called Buddy Love Bomb, which is a takeoff in like lounge bands. Like when you stay at a hotel, you always go down to the lounge, and there's this real shitty band there. And this guy's like 40 years old, and his name happens to be Buddy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're just playing like bad music, and plus it was sort of like a rip-off on the character Bill Murray used to do on Saturday Night Live. Did you ever see that?
Oh yeah, when he used to sing Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah, he used to sing like Star Wars and stuff like that. It's funny. So we did it. People like it. They thought it was funny.
Do you think it'll like sort of? I mean, I don't know. With bands like the Beastie Boys and then like Slayer playing on their album, and I don't know. Do you think sort of that rap is coming into that thing too, like the hardcore and the metal? Like, is it all coming together?
Yeah, because it's the attitude.
Yeah.
The same attitude in rap as it is in like a hardcore like type. Because we went to the Run DMC party, like for the film, they wrapped the movie up, and they had a party, and we went, and we were there, and there was a whole bunch of like rap, people. I guess they were some of them from Run DMC, just other bands, okay? They weren't really fans, they were just bands, okay? And they were playing like, there was a DJ there and he was playing music, and these guys were dancing, okay? And it was sort of like when you go down to Seabees and you see like the kids moshing and everything like that.
Yeah.
It was just like that, except it was rap. And it was amazing. We were like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe this. So, you know, it was really cool. Just the attitude and everything.
Right. Well, what about you getting like a top 40 hit in England? Like, how did that make you feel? You know?
Well, yeah, we felt like that was totally amazing because they said that hasn't happened to a band. It happened to the Sex Pistols. So I was like, wow, you know, because they got no airplay, and we got no airplay, and yet we entered the charts. Oh, really? On where? On your 53? Oh, okay. So, sorry about that.
Sure.
No, we felt really good about that, you know, and, I mean, that song isn't a radio song at all, and yet it entered the charts.
Well, it's very catchy though.
I Am the Law?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it just has like a dirty word in it.
Yeah. Well, do you think like you'll be able to like repeat that here in America? I mean, I know you're huge already here for metal audiences, but do you think you'll be able to, you know, catch the mainstream audiences as well?
It's hard to say.
I mean, sort of like, I mean, Metallica did it with the last album. Do you think, you know, this will do it for you, maybe?
Well, we're hoping for it. I mean, because a band like us, we don't really get too much radio play, if you know what I mean. The only thing we have is hopefully we get a nice support slot on a nice tour so you can play to as many people as you can, and those kids, you know, will just grab onto Anthrax and make us, you know, big by touring, because that's what Iron Maiden did. I mean, they didn't have no radio songs, you know. They just, you know, went to the people, and it worked for them. Hopefully it'll work for us.
Right. A last thing, what about, like, your personnel changes? Like, how has that affected you over the years?
Well, any changes that were made in the band were always for the better. I mean, I can actually say that, you know, the band now is the best band that's you know, that has been Anthrax, if you know what I mean. Like, we had Neil singing, and he was really off the wall. You know, and now the band as a whole is really, you know, the band looks good, sounds good, and, you know, sounds good on record too. So we're really happy with how everything went.
Right. All right. Well, that's all my questions.
Sounds good.
Okay. Is there anything else going on with you guys that, you know, readers should know about?
Well, we'll be on tour starting in May. And then after May, there's something else. It might be a support thing, which I can't say now, but, you know, I'm sure you'll find out soon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And after that, we go to Europe, because we're starting, we play Donington. We're like the only band in this type, you know, of music, because we're playing with, like, Bon Jovi and Dio,
Oh.
and Cinderella is, like, opening up.
Oh, you'll rip them apart.
I can't wait. Can't wait, because, like, you know, I just hope it turns out really well for us.
Oh, one other thing I forgot to ask. What about the video for Indians? What's going on with that?
We're doing that in April, late April, and it's going to be like a live type thing, and then it's going to have its moments. We're going out to an Indian reservation.
Really cool.
Doing things there. So have a nice barbecue with them.
Yeah, the lyrics to that song are so great.
Yeah, because, you know, let's face it, the Indians got fucked.
Yeah.
So, when I'm talking about the real Indians, not these dot heads.
Right.
So, I don't know. But it was nice talking to you.
Okay.
And if you need anything else, you know. Do you want to talk to Frank?
Is there anything? Well, I sort of ran out of questions.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Tell him I said hello.
All right.
Thanks. I really appreciate you guys talking to me, and, you know, I hope them at Island get you a copy of this when it comes out.
Cool.
And I'll see you next time you play here.
Hey, take it easy, Greg.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.